Hello everybody and a good day to you all. Today I'm talking about Siren, season number 1, episode number 3, Interview with the Mermaid. Episode directed by Jay Karras. And here we have some things happening. Okay, now we have Ben and we have Maddie, and they're trying to get to know Ren. Trying to get to know more about her. They're trying to get to know what her abilities are, what she's capable of doing, how she is physically, how she maybe mentally, and also trying to see if there's more of her out there in the world. Like, is this her and her sister, or is there more of them? They're trying to get those answers right here. And you have a little bit of a sort of like a comical moment there going on there, and a very interesting moment goes on too. Now, usually in shows like this, they have a guy with a regular girl, and then they throw in some type of magical fairy creature or whatever, but it's also a girl, very pretty. And then the reason the main guy falls in love with the magical creature or whatever, mythical creature, and then they become a couple, and they gotta deal with the whole outside world and all that crap. But this time, I'm not sure it's going that direction, but something interesting did happen. Okay, first, you find out more about Ren. You find out how talented she is, and what things she's capable of doing, and how much she weighs. Which makes a lot of sense because she has to be on the water, her body has to be strong and dense to survive the pressures of the deep. So I get that. But something weird happened. Okay, now you have Ren and you have Ben, and Ren starts filling on Ben, and she starts doing her siren seduction thing, and she's going in to kiss him. And that's not really too weird. But the weird part is, you have Maddie, who's in the room with them, watching it happen, and she's holding a camera. Now, I don't know what kind of relationship they have. I don't know what's going on with their relationship, but usually when a girl sees another girl trying to make out with her boyfriend right in front of her, well, that doesn't seem to have a good outcome. But her response to it was very interesting to me, because she wasn't mad, she wasn't upset. She seemed like she was okay with it. I'm not so sure. It was just weird because she's still holding the camera, watching this happen, and she didn't budge or move or flinch or show any emotion at all that it bothered her, which I thought was kind of interesting. Because right, I think after that or before that, not so sure exactly when, but our friend of theirs came in and asked them, were they making a porno? And they said, haha, they made a little joke about it. But that would be interesting reaction right that moment. Like this, is it going to be like some kind of love triangle situation going on? Because here's the thing. Now, I could tell Ben is attracted to her. Okay, fine. I mean, I get that. I understand myself. And I can see she attracted to Ben. But she also seemed to have some type, I don't know if it's an attraction with Maddie or not, or some type of sexual thing going on there. Maybe a friendship or sisterhood, maybe, because she seems to be curious about her as well, and she also wanted to explore you. Like, she gets really personal with you. She doesn't mind personal spaces. Doesn't really mean nothing to her. And so because when she saw Maddie had a tattoo, she felt it on her chest to see what it was like, and she also put her head on her chest at the same time to hear her heartbeat. It was kind of interesting. Like she's very curious about people that she likes, but in a way it almost seems sexual too. So I'm not quite sure where it's going to go. I don't know. But I thought it was a very interesting scene. Very interesting scene. Because the thing is though, it seems like, I don't know, both of them are attracted to her, or she seduces both of them, or sexuality is very fluid in the ocean. I don't know, but it's interesting to watch their relationship, how it starts to how they start to become, I guess, friends in their own special way. Because Ren is very focused. She wants to find a sister, and that's pretty much it. And she'll play along with them as long as it ends up with her finding her sister. That's all that matters to her. So you have that storyline going on, and then you have what's going on with Xander and Calvin, and they're trying to find their friend Chris, who's in this military hospital because he was attacked by one of the mermaids. The other mermaid. And so they found a way in by following this nurse, and they found out that they can't just drive up to the facility like all willy-nilly Yeah, because if they do that, they'll get shot and killed by the soldiers. So they said, "Oh, okay, that's not a good strategy." Because see, the reason why they went to the facility and found this nurse because they got a text from their friend. Somehow, sometime during the process, the nurse lost track of her phone, and Chris managed to text his friends for help. I don't know how he managed to get her phone and put it back inside her pocket and get her phone text and then put it back inside her pocket without her knowing it. That's the part that's kind of weird because he's pretty much in the bed. He's bedridden right now, so I don't know how they managed to do that. But anyway, that's what happened. So you have that. Then you have what's going on with Alden Decker, who's running the science facility that's pretty much studying the mermaid, the other mermaid, and she pretty much used her siren spell on him, and so now he sees what she's going through because they're taking a lot of her DNA and testing it on animals, and most likely the military wants to use her DNA to pretty much make a super soldier. I can see that happening already. That's why they're testing on animals first and see how it affects them, and then sooner or later it's going to be people, and they're going to have super soldiers who can pretty much breathe on the water maybe, and maybe survive on land too, so they could be like strong on land and in the sea, so that nothing can really stop them. I'm guessing. I don't know, but it seems like it's going that direction. But the interesting part is you have the other mermaid, who pretty much has been playing them the whole time. And because both of these creatures, both of them, they already show that they're very intelligent. And the funny part for me, and the interesting part to me was, once she heard what she wanted to hear, and when she opened her eyes, now she haven't said anything or spoken, but that moment right there lets you know that she was thinking to herself like, I got you. Because all this time, the Mermaid have been playing Alden Decker the whole time. The head scientist. She been playing him. First she seduced him, and then that when in a way she kind of made him feel for her, and so when she was going through all the testing, and when she started playing possum, he felt sorry for her, and he wanted to save her, and so by doing this, he wanted to protect her. And then once he said, "I'm going to call off all the testing," and her response to that was beautiful. These creatures are scary. These mermaids are scary, but at the same time, they're also very beautiful and seductive at the same time too. And they're very powerful. And so you have Ben and Maddie. Both of them are scared of Ren, because she's very unpredictable, and you don't know exactly where she's going to come from. But at the same time, they're also seduced by her as well. And I'm liking the person who's playing Ren, Elaine Powell. I like how she reacts to things, because she doesn't do a lot of talking, but most of her things mostly like how she reacts to certain situations, and how and her facial expressions and something like that. The funny thing to me is how she reacts to something that she's not really interested in. Like things she's interested in, she just picks it up and starts curious in. But then when she sees something that doesn't really concern her, or just think that's not really important, her response to it is like this little sharp sound she makes, and she snaps at it. And I can't, every time she does that, it cracks me up. I think it's just funny. But overall, I think it's another great episode. You're exploring more of this world, getting to know these characters a whole lot more, especially about Ben and his family. And you get to see his brother, how he interacts with him, and their relationship. And it's not really a good one, because his brother, Doug, he seems to be on his father's good side. He does everything his father wants him to do. But you got Ben, who pretty much goes the opposite of what his father is, and so they're kind of a bit on the outs. And because of that, not only did he reject what his father, but he also rejects his brother as well too. And you see his brother kind of looks up to him, because he's the youngest. He looks up to an older brother, and he misses him. So I don't exactly know what happened between Ben and his father to make them have this kind of relationship, or what path his father wanted him to go into. Maybe he wanted to be in the family business and do exactly what he does. He just rejected that altogether and started to do his own thing. And ever since then, they've been on the outs. Maybe that could be the case. I don't know, but I'd like to see that how they're going to explore that. And while you're trying to figure out now, while we figure out everything about the mermaids and how they work and how they function, we also got Sheriff Bishop, who is the father of Maddie. He's on investigating to find Maddie because he believes that she's involved inside the murder of this guy, who was not a good person at all. Only reason he got killed because he tried to rape her. So, yeah, bad things happen when she feels as though you threaten her and she attests attacks. So that's another thing going on, because now his daughter knows what her father's doing, and then but she also trying to protect Ren at the same time too. So I just see how that's going to explore, how that's going to go down with them two, like pretty much on the opposite end on the side of things, because see, even though Ren is dangerous and she did kill this guy, she didn't just kill him just to kill him. She killed him because he was trying to rape her. So, in a way, it's kind of self-defense. But it doesn't look that way because, well, first of all, she walked away from the scene, and she left the body there. So it just looks bad, even though she doesn't know our laws and our rules and how we do things, and she's still living by mermaid standards. So. That's that. But overall, like I said, great episode. Really did enjoy it a whole lot. Leave your comments down below. Let me know what you thought about this episode of Siren. If you haven't watched it, check it out for yourself. Don't take my word for it. Hopefully when you watch it, you will enjoy and have fun watching it too. So give my channel a big old like and thumbs up. Boom. And subscribe to my channel and share. I would appreciate it. Also, the little bell at the bottom to get notified every time I make a video. So like I always say, in my dreams and in my life, I am the Ninja Rabbit. Peace out. Peoples.